Hello, you guys. Welcome to your 60-day sprint workshop. I'm so excited to be doing this with you guys. And I am, oh my gosh. Okay. And I'm so excited to bring this to y'all. So if you don't know me, my name is Leslie. I am 31 years young. I am 70 pounds down, 75 pounds on a good day. And I have worked in the emergency department for the last 6 years as a registered nurse. I got my bachelor's in biology, psychology, and then went back for nursing. So I have been in the emergency medicine space for 6 years as a nurse, and then 3 or 4 years before that as a tech. I did my EMT certifications and all of my rounds and stuff like that. So I have been in emergency medicine for a really, really long time. And I feel like that is where my passion started to breed for overall health and wellness and focusing on preventative medicine outside of the hospital, preventative health practices outside of the hospital, because my job is always, what can we do now to fix this? So introduction, a little bit about me, you guys know, but I wanted to bring the 60-day sprint to you guys to share all of the things that have helped me and how I plan on taking it to the next level in my wellness journey when it comes to habits and routines and support and accountability. So I started my weight loss journey at like 240 plus pounds. That's when I stopped getting on the scale. That's when I stopped weighing. I had told myself I'll never be a runner. This is just how I am. I've tried everything and it didn't work. I was yo-yo up and down for most of my adult life. I would say I probably initially started my weight loss journey when I was like 19 years old. I gained 30 pounds in one semester of college, and now I have finally found how my body is supposed to feel, and it's become absolutely addicting. The way that I'm able to move, the way that I'm able to, I've done 3 half marathons now. When I told myself I'd never be a runner, we're training for our 5th High Rocks race. So if you don't know, that is that absolutely insane thing. It's like CrossFit and a 10K had a baby. Our 5th High Rocks race, and I get emotional when I think about the journey, and I'm like, okay, how can I bring this to other women? So I decided to bring the 60-day sprint to you guys so you can do it with me, because who likes to do it alone? But what is the 60-day sprint? So this is a mashup of the habits and routines that I've used along this long course to turn my starting and stopping into actual lifestyle changes that have absolutely transformed not just my wellness routine, not just my physical health, but my mental health, my emotional health, my confidence, how I show up for myself. But I also love the science part behind it. 3 science-based bachelor's degrees. So I love the focus on metabolic health and body composition and body recomposition. So not just being on a weight loss journey, but being on a body recomposition journey. So we're not just focusing on the number on the scale. We're also looking at visceral fat, subcutaneous fat. So visceral fat is the fat that surrounds your vital organs. Too much fat around the liver is fatty liver. Too much fat around your heart is cardiovascular disease. Our subcutaneous fat is that aesthetic fat that we're looking for. And now, as someone who refused to lift weights, I'm obsessed with weight training and becoming the strongest version of myself. But we are going to get hyper focused on building a rhythm and focusing on habits that generate results instead of restriction and habitual restarting. So I did the Unrecognizable July Challenge. If some of you guys are here from the Unrecognizable July Challenge on Instagram, please let me know. But I did the Unrecognizable July Challenge. We're still working through that, and the response was absolutely wild. So I'm like, okay, I love monthly challenges. I will always have a monthly challenge, but I need something that I can build longer formation of habits that I want to stick with for the long term, and also leading into the holidays. So if you're starting on August 1st with us, that's the next start round. If you're starting August 1st with us, we have August and September, because if we think we're busy now, okay, summer's busy, we're heading into Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all of those things. It's just going to get busier. And I want to have these habits solidified right now, so I'm ready to rock and roll. And I'm not entering the new year the same person that I was 6 months ago. I absolutely refuse. So instead, a lot of my friends are doing 75 hard, and it is wild. And I'm absolutely inspired by them. If you've done 75 hard before, please let me know. I want to shout you out. I want to cheer you on. But these are the 6 pillars that I'm going to be focusing on, and hopefully you guys do it with me for the next 60 days starting August 1st. So number 1 is a nutrition focused. I have been focusing on high protein for a really long time, but I kind of want to take that to the next level. I've been babying myself with like, okay, protein, that's the only thing I'm going to focus on, which if it's only one thing you are going to focus on, it should be protein as the primary, the magic macronutrient that you focus on and you track. Okay. I've had lots of previous ED history. So counting calories kind of just gets me in the ache, gets me in it all up in a tizzy, my panties in a wad, if you will. So for nutrition, I'm going to be focusing on my protein, my fiber, increasing those 2 and decreasing my added sugars. So that's our nutrition component. Number 2, staying hydrated, self-explanatory. Okay. Number 3 is moving our bodies daily. Number 4, sleep support, stress management, and nervous system resets. And number 5 is our daily supplement routine. So I'm going to share with you all of the things that I love, all of the things that I've used, and how you can jump in and use the same with me. And number 6 is weekly accountability meetings. So this is something, if you have not read the 12-week year or got it on Audible, I highly, highly, highly suggest getting the 12-week year. The weekly accountability meetings are absolutely gold. We will also have a chat pod set up on Instagram, and I have a Facebook group open for us to check in daily. But these weekly accountability meetings are going to be scheduled. We're going to put them on our calendars. You can pop in your phone and listen if you're at work. But I want to have just like that accountability, not shaming, but being like, okay, here's what I did well. Here's where I struggled. Here's what I found helpful. Does anyone have anything that can help me with XYZ? So that's number 6. And those are our 6 pillars that we're focusing on. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit more of those. So the protein and fiber focus. So these are your 2 biggest keys to building balanced meals without the restriction, okay, to help you feel full, energized, and be more consistent on your nutrition journey. So focusing on both is going to help with your blood sugar balance and steady energy throughout the day. It's going to help improve your digestion, help with decreasing mindless snacking. If you are working out or movement in general, it's going to help with better muscle support and recovery after your workouts. It's also going to help you feel more satisfied after meals, AKA your natural GLP-1 support. So we produce GLP-1 in our bodies naturally, and it's going to help us feel more full while increasing and building lean muscle mass, which increases our resting metabolic rate. So you're burning more calories at rest when you have more lean muscle mass, when you have more muscle mass. So you're burning more to just be alive. Can I get an amen? Okay. And not just any protein, but protein with leucine. So leucine is the amino acid, the branched chain amino acid that's needed to activate the mTOR pathway. So that is the pathway that tells your body, okay, all this protein that you're slamming, maybe you've seen me on my Instagram stories, I'm like 40-gram protein slam. All this protein that you're slamming, you need that 2.5 grams minimum of leucine in order to activate that pathway to tell your body, use all of this protein for good. Use this protein to build lean muscle. Use this protein to protect the lean muscle that she's building. We're also going to work together to determine your protein goal. So if you have not been tracking your protein, I'm going to drop a free protein tracker under this video and in the replay, call, show notes, whatever you want to call it, so you can start tracking your protein and just being more mindful of it now before we start on August 1st. But a good, easy way to determine your protein goal specifically is 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. Okay. And then our fiber recommendations are 25 to 30 grams per day for women. All right. The third component of our nutrition aspect is going to be becoming more aware of added sugars. So this is not about fearing sugar or removing every food that you enjoy. Okay. I remember, oh man, once upon a time, we were told on social media, oh, we don't eat fruit because fruit has too much sugar. Fruit has sugar. I'm not talking about natural sugars. I'm talking about added sugars, realizing and recognizing where they come from, where they show up in your day-to-day routine right now. So on the side here, I have 2 barbecue sauces, okay? Because we're increasing our protein. No shame if you want a little sauce on the side, but we're going to make more mindful choices when it comes to nutrition. So on the side, under your dietary fiber, on the top one, you're going to see total sugars and then added sugars. So the one on the top, I forgot the brand. I should have put the name on there. It has 16 grams of added sugar. So that's 32% of your daily value. All right. The bottom one, simple swap. Okay. It's not just like, oh, this is going to taste absolutely disgusting. But instead of 16 grams of added sugars, it has 4 grams of added sugars. So just becoming more mindful and aware of where to look for these things. Flavored drinks, coffee creamers, sauces, cereals, yogurts. One of the yogurts, I went to Kroger. I don't know if y'all have a Kroger nearby, but I went to Kroger and one of the nice Greek yogurts had XYZ amount of sugar. I'm like, but this store brand has 0 grams of added sugar. Let me try that one. And it actually has higher protein content in it. And your protein bars and your packaged snacks. So be on the lookout next time you go to the grocery store. If you're deciding between one or the other, look at the added sugars and you can decide from there. But with the added sugars, so less added sugars in your body means less blood sugar spikes. So if you get immediately tired after you eat, hi, that's me, especially Thanksgiving, that means your blood sugar is spiking, forcing your body to dump insulin into your bloodstream to bring that blood sugar level back down. Okay, not too nursey for you yet, right? So high added sugar, your blood sugar spikes in your bloodstream, forcing your body to dump all of this insulin into your bloodstream so it can bring it back down and regulate itself. So that's why we have brain fog, crashes, cravings. So being more mindful of this is going to not just help with, the physical aspect and better nutrition, but also less brain fog, less crashes and less cravings. So that's what we want. Okay. Staying hydrated. Enough is enough. All right. We are going to drink our water. We're not going to save it till the last minute. So half your body weight in ounces of water. Write that down. And what we're going to do is keep a water bottle within reach at all times. Hello. I may be a little bit extra. Oh no, I may be a little bit extra, but this is my brand new one. Keep a water bottle within reach at all times. Drink with meals and snacks. Increase fluids during your workouts, during long shifts. Any nurses on here? When you're traveling, we're heading to Nashville. So I'm like, all right, I know I have to pee a lot. So I'm going to wake up, chug water, make sure I pee before I get on the plane. And as soon as I land, more water, especially hot weather. I live down in Dallas, Texas, and it is well, I wouldn't even say unseasonably. It is disrespectfully hot outside. So we need to be increasing our water intake. When you are sweating heavily or training or being outside for extended periods of time, make sure you're adding in those electrolytes as well. So we're going to set reminders in our phone, have water bottles within reach, and you can make little rules for yourself. When you wake up, 10 chugs of water. Okay. Post on your stories. I'm an Instagram girl. Okay. Post on your stories, do a little accountability tap in button. You can also say, okay, here's another rule. I'm going to have 10 ounces of water before my caffeine. I want to tell you something. I do not miss my caffeine in the morning. So if I can stick to my water before caffeine, it'll be less likely that I am chugging water at the end of the day, peeing all night, trying to hit my hydration goals, because then we also don't get sleep. All right. So hydrated, enough said. Pillar number, I forgot where we're at. I think it's number 3. So we're going to move our body daily. So we know daily movement is great for our bodies. The key for this is it does not have to be an intense workout every single day. You don't have to be doing a HIIT workout every single day. You don't have to be in the gym for an hour and a half every single day. I want you to pick something that is intentional movement. All right. So if we're using house cleaning as intentional movement, girl, you better have Lil Jon on scrubbing the baseboards vigorously. Or you can get on your walking pad, add in the weighted vest, go for a walk. The kids aren't in school. I don't have any kids. I was going to say go for a walk after you drop the kids off for school, but do it in the early in the morning or maybe in the evening. But we want to move consistently and even outside of our workouts. So I do a lot of strict strength training on some days. Outside of my workouts, if I'm not on a 12-hour shift at the hospital, I try to hit 10,000 steps a day. When I'm at the hospital, we hit 15 to 20,000. We're good on that front. But I want to increase my just total daily expenditure of energy of, okay, yes, I did my 30-minute workout, but I want to make sure I'm moving my body throughout the day as well. But I want you to pick something that you can stick to every single day for 60 days. All right. But it's also for your mental health and nurse moment. There's an enzyme that is secreted in your brain that converts tyrosine, it's an amino acid, into dopamine, aka the happy neurotransmitter. All right. It can also increase your dopamine receptor sensitivity. So when you are consistently working out, that enzyme is being secreted, tyrosine is converting to dopamine. and you are feeling that workout high. I know when I first started running, I made a video that I sent to my friend Stephanie, and I was like, everyone says when you hit mile 3, you get the runner's high. I'm like, what if I can't run 0.3 miles? I've been there, okay? But the more that you do it, the more that you show up for yourself, it could be the physical movement aspect or just keeping promises to yourself. That dopamine, that happy neurotransmitter has no choice but to be secreted and make us happy and glowy overall. So sleep management and support, sleep support and stress management is another pillar that we're going to be focusing on. So quality sleep, intentional stress management, giving your body the time and space it needs to recover, regulate, and recharge. So we want steadier energy and improved focus, okay? Better workout recovery, because you can be doing all this movement, but if you're not sleeping, your muscles aren't repairing, we're not getting that recovery in. Balanced hunger and cravings. Ooh, we're going to talk about it on the next slide. I get so excited because I get to talk science. But healthy blood sugar regulation as well. Increased mood and resilience. I will tell you, the longer that I'm on my physical fitness journey, meaning workouts, the more resilient I am in everyday life. Do I crash out? Absolutely yes. I cannot say absolutely yes enough, but my crash outs don't last a week anymore. They don't last 2 weeks anymore. They don't last 3 weeks. It's not a whole terrible month. The resilience has increased tremendously, and also consistency with your wellness goals. When you're getting that sleep, when your body feels like it's repairing, we can stay more consistent. Okay. So a couple of ideas down here at the bottom for you guys. You can put your phone on do not disturb. My phone lives on do not disturb. My friends make fun of me because I will text you back in 8 business days. All right. But you can put your phone on do not disturb. I also use the brick device that blocks apps where I am doom scrolling. And maybe we'll do that for a little giveaway for July heading into August. But I absolutely love it. I find myself doom scrolling before bed and I get all worked up. I get more ideas. And next thing you know, I'm 3 hours past bedtime, but aiming for a consistent bedtime when possible. All right. There's a difference between my shift day bedtimes where I just get off work and I get home at 8:15. And there's a difference between days like this where I'm like, all right, let's do this workshop at 6 p.m. so I can get to bed and hustle up and snuggle up, okay? Give yourself time to wind down before sleep. If that means you got to take an everything shower every night to turn your brain off and relax, do it. A skincare routine, put a face mask on, listen to an audiobook. Give yourself that time to kind of decompress throughout the day. And I'll give us some journal prompts too. Maybe that's a good idea. And then working on managing stress in small moments, box breathing. Okay, do I have any fellow just generalized anxiety disorder girlies because they can't figure out what gives us anxiety? It's everything. All right. But sleep support and stress management continued. So I said, we're going to talk about some little sciencey things. So less sleep, less hours of sleep. And this is something that I'm really struggling with, something that I'm really working on, tracking my sleep and the amount of sleep that I get, but also deep sleep to help with quality, like my sleep quality. So less hours of sleep affects two hormones. The first one is ghrelin. That's the hormone that tells us I'm hungry. So your ghrelin increases. It also decreases your leptin. Your leptin is the hormone that tells you I'm full. All right. So the one that we don't want that tells us I'm hungry goes up when you get less sleep. The one that says, okay, I'm full, girl, I'm good, decreases when you get less sleep. You see why sleep is so important now. All right, Leslie, get it through your thick skull. So sleep deprivation has also been studied to increase caloric intake around 200 to 500 calories unintentionally. So let's think, how many hours are we getting right now? What is our goal? It can also, over long periods of time, can lead to increased abdominal fat by increasing your cortisol. Also poor blood sugar control and increased appetite and cravings. So sleep should probably move all the way up to number 1, and then we'll readjust the rest, but they're all equally as important. So accountability and support. So this comes with our weekly accountability meetings. For the month of August, have scheduled out days that I'm off shift. They'll always be recorded. They'll always be live in our Facebook group. And I'll make sure that I send them out with an email blast too. Our weekly accountability meetings, like I said, if you have not read the 12-week year, make sure you do the Cliff Notes version on TikTok. Okay. Do the Cliff Notes version and learn about these weekly accountability meetings. So we were never meant to do this alone. Trust me, I've tried 8,000 times. So throughout the 60-day sprint, We're going to come together for weekly accountability meetings where we check in, we reflect on our progress, we talk through challenges, we reset our focus. Maybe you need to forgive yourself of like, okay, I've been beating myself up all week. That's in the past. Let's move forward. And we're going to create a clear plan for the week ahead. So these meetings are designed to help you stay connected to your goals, no shaming, even during the weeks where motivation is low or life is especially busy. So the first week of August, our first week of our 60-day sprint, I will be in Nashville celebrating with Shackley's 70th anniversary conference, which I'm so excited for. But these are still core things that I'm going to be focusing on. Will it be perfect? Maybe not. Will we have less sleep? Absolutely, because I finally get to reunite with all of my internet besties. In real life, it's absolutely crazy. But focusing on recentering, resetting every single day and every single week together, especially when life is busy. So we're going to make space to share celebrations and share our wins, whether that means like, hey, I hit my water goal twice this week, or hey, I hit my protein goal every single day this week. I feel like I have more energy. I feel like I'm not checking the fridge 25 times in an hour just to see if Jesus put a new snack in there for me. Everyone matters, and surrounding yourself with women who are working towards that same goal, the encouragement, inspiration, and support is absolutely wild. All right. So these are the sprint support stacks. So one of our habits included in our 6 pillars, all right, is making sure that we are taking our supplements, and supplements that support your body, supplements that do what they say they're going to do. Remember, the science is up here. I needed supplements. I've used everything on the market. Okay, ask me. I use everything on the market. I need supplements that do what they say that they're going to do. All right. I work 12-hour shifts in the ER, baby. I'm not throwing money away on SHIT that does not work. All right. So these are just like some of the sprint support stacks, and just shoot me a message on Instagram. It's my little handle right here, and say, hey, give me more information on these support stacks, or help me build my own based on my goals, based on my budget. Whether it's like, I want to be 70 pounds down also, or hey, I need to build more muscle. I need more protein in my life. I need help with stress management and sleep support. So these are some products that amplify our 60-day sprint plan. So the Life Shake, we talked about protein, we talked about the importance of fiber, and we talked about the importance of leucine in our protein. This Life Shake has 20 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, and that 2.5 gram minimum of leucine in order to trigger that mTOR pathway to tell your body, use this protein for good. The second one over on the right side here is my Energize and my Good Gut and Go. That is my morning duo. So remember, we're going to wake up, take 10 chugs, and then we can have our caffeine. So I was really hesitant to switch the caffeine that I was using before I decided to try this. I was taking a dry scoop of pre-workout before my workout, taking a dry scoop of pre-workout after my workout before going to my 12-hour shift, and then Q4 hours, like clockwork, I would have a white Monster as a little reward. So no wonder I was holding on to the weight. No wonder I was having chest pain. No wonder my anxiety was at an all-time high that no medication could fix. I was burning out my adrenal glands, and my cortisol was absolutely through the roof. So yes, I was hesitant to switch my pre-workout. I told myself, you know what? You don't want a nurse walking in, ER nurse, groggy-eyed. God forbid you have an emergency at 7:02 a.m. and I'm still literally half asleep. So I trust this. Like, this is my lifeline. And I guess it's kind of, I trust it with my life, and I trust it with your life. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to save your life because I'm good and I'm awake with this morning duo. But the Trim and Smooth is another option. We have our body duo. That's a Trim and Smooth, and the Liquid BioCell Life Plus, which I'm going to focus on specifically because the results just make me want to literally do it all over again. I wish I had this duo when I first started my weight loss journey. The Curb to help with mindless snacking, aimless eating. We have the Stress Relief Complex, and then my glucose regulation and metabolic boost as well. So the Liquid BioCell Life and the Trim and Smooth come together in a bundle. It's called the Body Duo, and this is what most ladies are getting started with, whether you're working out or you're lifting heavy, you're increasing your run mileage. Okay. Half marathon training. Hello. We've got one in December. This is going to be your lifeline. Basically, if you are a human, if you have a body, this needs to be a part of your daily routine. So it helps with joint mobility, bone density support. This is the only liquid collagen that can claim, with research backed, to increase your bone density, to support your bone density, but also your cartilage integrity. So I went to the doctor oh my gosh, after my first semester of college, told me he had to shave down both of my bones in my knees because it was just bone on bone. So cartilage integrity, I never had that surgery, by the way, connective tissue health, and it's a triplex technology. So most of our collagen powders are type 1 and type 3 collagens. They just add more collagen into the body. This is a triplex technology, works on 3 fronts. So it's going to increase the collagen in your body, like your powders, type 1 and type 2, or type 1 and type 3. It's also going to protect the collagen that you are losing every decade as we age. Just comment collagen below and I'll send you the link to our collagen call. But it's also going to tell your body to stimulate and build more collagen. So even though our collagen is proven to decrease every decade of our life, this is going to help your body stimulate and build more of its own collagen. So that's the Liquid BioCell Life. The second part of this body duo is the Trim and Smooth, baby. Okay, give it up. I cannot believe I'm posting a picture of my ASS on the intranet for everyone to find. But this picture on the left, I think I was on the scale less than the picture on the right. But with a big weight loss journey, and this is why I say if you are on any type of weight loss journey, this body duo is going to be your key starter. All right. It's going to help with the joint mobility, but this skin elasticity, the fat metabolism enhancing. So raise your hand if you were a hydroxy cut girly with the palpitations and the nausea and the vomiting with the fat burners. This is not that. It is 1 tablespoon of chocolate pudding is what it tastes like. You keep it in the fridge. 1 tablespoon of the Trim and Smooth in the morning, 1 tablespoon of the Liquid BioCell at night. And my legs were something that I was always self-conscious of. And when I started to lose weight, I'm like, oh my gosh, it is going to get worse. I'm going to be able to wave a fan like those accordion fans in my little booty folds. It was going to be wild. Okay. I was terrified. But with this Trim and Smooth, it did things to my legs that a workout could not. So you see on the right, yes, the booty's a little bit lifted, but what a leg press, what a leg curl machine, what a squat could not do for me with the dimples and the lines and the texture in my legs is what Trim and Smooth did to me. Okay. So this has our CLA. It's a conjugated linoleic acid that helps with fat metabolism, especially fat storage around your abdomen, but it also has the same BioCell complex as our Liquid BioCell. That's why you take 1 in the morning, 1 at night, but it also has the SOG-B dimpless in it, AKA less dimples. Enough said. So that is the body duo that most ladies are getting started on. And if you're interested in the body duo, just message me duo or comment duo below and I'll send you the link. But customer perks, if ladies are like, okay, plug me in, I need a 30-day plan, I need a 60-day plan, whatever that is, you have 15% off retail savings for life. Order when you need to. It's not a monthly recurring fee. You're going to get free shipping on orders over $150. And if it is your first Shackley purchase with an order of $175 or more, so the body duo is included. And right now, if you're watching on the 21st, the 22nd, or the 23rd of July, 2026, we are having our friends and family annual sale. So you're going to be able to add a new free member gift. You're going to be able to have 15% off retail price, and you're going to be able to add 20% off on top of that. So that's why I'm like, I need to do 2 workshops right now, share it everywhere because everyone needs to get in while the sale is good, especially if you're like, I want to try it. I don't know. You can also earn free monthly products if you do order monthly, access to monthly giveaway drawings and the monthly accountability support. So we'll have one every single month, but our 60-day sprint is going to be live and poppin'. Okay. And then you can just message me for the code for the new free member gift before you check out. Okay. Don't forget that. But tools and resources, you'll get a welcome guide from me, habit trackers for 30 days or 60 days. So if you're like, Leslie, I don't think I can commit to 60 days right now, that's okay. Let's start with a 30-day tracker. I got you. You'll get a downloadable PDF for the trackers as well. A little simple swaps list like our added sugars, support, mentorship, accountability from me, 60-day access to our fitness platform. So if you're like, I don't know where to work out, I don't know what plan to follow, that is also included. You'll also get weekly wellness check-in Zoom calls. So those accesses to the weekly accountability meetings that I'll be doing as well. Our next start date is August 1st, 2026. So message me on Instagram, drop me a comment below here, and we'll get you personalized with a wellness stack that fits your goals and fits your budget. We'll get organized and prepared with the videos inside of the group. So our 60-day sprint accountability hub is open, and you'll get access to your fitness app of choice. So you can use our fitness platform, 60 days free. I have a link to a 30-day free trial. I have a link to a 2-week free trial. If you're like, I want to get into running, we can find something for you, and you're going to meet with your mentor, me, and your wellness ambassador. Or if someone invited you to listen into this, shoot them a message, say, hey, can we get on a call all together and work on these goals? And we'll probably have a kickoff call as well. You are going to take starting photos and measurements. I know no one wants to do it. It sucks to look at sometimes, but take the photos, take the measurements, put them in the hidden album on your iPhone, and keep it moving. And we'll draw them up when we need to, 30 days in and 60 days in. All right, that's it. We're not going to ruminate. And then it is time to lock the F in. I don't know if kids are watching, but it's time to lock in. Make sure you're plugged into my free wellness community as well. I'm going to post the recording there. I'm going to post all kinds of free resources there. And I put the little link at the bottom. But I am so glad that you guys had time to listen in live or watch the replay. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I cannot wait to take on the 60-day sprint with you guys. I'll chat with you soon. Bye.